tell yourself 100% or more like 80% have maximized everything that you've been taught. All right. So without wasting our time, let's get started. So today we are going to finalize our sales class. Remember, before we went on a break, we started with sales. All right. And who can remind me the last thing we dealt on sales? I know I'm aware I did not give any assignments because I wanted all of you to go implement and do the previous assignments, which some of you did and you submitted, which was awesome. All right. Some of you, I'm yet to see your assignments. All right. So in our last class, we dealt extensively on sales. So today I want us to conclude with the topic sales circle. All right. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be concluding on sales with the topic sales circle. All right. So when we talk about sales circle, what do I mean by sales circle? Now, I'm talking about your sales system. I'm talking about your marketing system together. A sales circle, just like a normal circle, all of you know, is about your sales and your marketing system joined together. So when we talk about your sales and marketing system joined together, we are talking about offers, pricing, conversion of your customers from cold to warm and to hot audience, then follow up through email, Telegram community, and WhatsApp marketing. Then your copywriting, the way you use words, either through audio or video or written words to do what? To get people to take action in your favor through you educating them, entertaining them, and validating them. All right. Then negotiation. Negotiation go hand in hand with closing, because when you're trying to close a client, that is where you tend to understand their power and their strength. Yesterday, I was having a consultation call with one of my clients. He saw my content on TikTok and decided to connect with me. And when he connected with me, he was like, he wants me, because he saw that I'm a business growth expert. He wants me to help him grow his business. So I had to jump on a call with him to understand what his business is all about. And I was able to educate him the step-by-step process of what he needs to do in order to get the desired results he wanted. But guess what? He needed to start from his level. So I had to understand that his level requires XYZ. I gave him about different options, but from where he was, he couldn't go for the premium option he needed. And I was like, okay, start here. You see, that's negotiation in closing. All right. Is you acting like a consultant, offering what is best for your clients, and at the same time knowing where they are on their journey and helping them grow from where they are. All right. So let's someone asked me a question last time, so I want to do a little bit of a recap on all our closing statements I gave us in our last class. There are different ways of closing. All right, so let me recap on 5 of the closing statements you can use in order for you to close a sale. All right, so remember, in closing, it means your prospect has gone through your funnel from the marketing to the sales conversation, and now it's time for you to help him make a buying decision. All right, so when they are done and they've not paid, the first question you can ask them is, have you seen enough to make a decision? I need you to remember that you should never ask this question through text message or email. You need to ask this question through a live call or a live chat. Like, you are active online, the person is active online, and you are asking the question. Not that you send the question and they are going to see it later. No. So ask them, have you seen enough to make a decision? Most times, some of them say, yes, I've seen enough, I'm convinced, and right there and there, they make a decision. In fact, people that are 100% convinced ask you for the payment process immediately or take action on the payment process immediately, depending on how your funnel is. Why others may want to take a little bit of time, maybe because they don't have the cash immediately, they want to go to the bank, they are expecting the money or something of that nature. All right. So the first question is, have you seen enough to make a decision? If they've not seen enough, they want more understanding, then that's where you answer their question. Why some that they still need more information, they are not convinced. That is where your nurturing comes into play. That is where your content marketing comes into play. That is where your education comes into play. For example, recently, I've been having clients that are paying for my one of my products, and I discovered that these clients are people that have been with me, that entered my funnel over a period of time, but they never made a buying decision. But because of the education and nurturing I've been doing once or twice every week. Yesterday, one of them called me up and was like, had to apologize that he has been seeing my messages. He said he apologized for not replying back, and he was like, thank you. I've been receiving your messages and they've been educating me a lot. Now I called you because I want to take action. So I had to, he's a chef, he cooks for a company. So I had to be on a live call with him to understand what he's doing, and I profiled different solutions for him. And I was able to identify where he was in life on his journey. And I was able to profile a solution. And guess what? He bought it. He bought my product. So it's very, very important we understand that. All right. So that's the first question. The second closing question you can use is, when was the last time you made a bad decision? Because some people, the reason why they are not taking action is because of fear of loss, because of their experience from the experience what they've experienced in the past. All right, they've either been duped, scammed, lost money, failed, or whatnot. So ask the question, when last did you make a bad decision? When they share with you their experiences, I need you to use the what's the principle, the WW principle. Sorry, is it WW principle? The FFF principle, yeah. So when you ask them this question and they share with you the bad decision they made that led to their bad experience, I need you to feel them, like put yourself in a position saying, I understand how you feel. That's the first F. Then the second F is, I felt that way too. Either you share with them your experience on how you felt, if you had a similar experience with them, or share the experience of someone you know that had the same experience with them. All right. So how you understand how they feel, you felt it, share the experience, then you now tell them, but this was what I did. Share with them how you move from where that experience to your heaven, to where you are right now. Share that with them. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you tell someone that I understand you, I know how you feel, I've been there before, guess what? Their walls break down, like their walls of defense break down, because now it means they connect with you. You've given an opportunity to connect with you in their pain. And ladies and gentlemen, I had a client that was January this year. She connected with me, but because of her past experiences, she has been duped online. She has registered for courses, no mentorship. So she was scared. And one day, because of the kind of content, the value I'm giving her, the education I'm giving her through my content marketing, she had to open up and express to me what she feels, why she has not taken action ever since. And I had to sympathize with her. I was empathetic with, like, empathy. I felt what she felt, and I told her I used the same process. I said, I understand how you feel. I've been there before. All right. I've been scammed before. I've gone through training where nobody held me by the hand. But I came to realize that if there is a change that I want to experience in my life, it's up to me. And I know that there are people out there ready to help me, but it's either I pay my way through their mentorship, which is the fastest way, or I serve my way through mentorship, or I earn my way through mentorship. So I had to go do extensive research to find out who are the genuine ones. And guess what? I got that. And I assured her that I'm going to hold you by the hand and guide you every step of the way. Now she trusts me. And the moment I established that, ladies and gentlemen, it wasn't up to a month. It wasn't up to a month. She enrolled into one of my services, and she's happy today. All right, so this is another way to close in on people. Okay, so the third, what was this person saying? Okay, so the third, what do they call it? The third way of closing, another way of closing your clients when they are done, when they are done seeing your product or your product presentation to the end and they are yet to make a buying decision. Another way of closing them. Remember, before you start any conversation with them, always ask them if they are, if it's a presentation you gave them to watch online or a video that explains everything, always ask them what they like best. Hello, what do you like best from what you've seen? Never you ask them, never you ask them, are they interested? Never you ask a question when you are closing someone in a negative way, expecting them to give you a negative answer. Because there are some questions you ask people that warrant them to give you a negative answer. Always ask questions that warrant a positive answer. All right. So that's an additional plus three. Then the fourth one is what? What is the worst? What is the, I wish I can show you guys. Let me show you guys something on my WhatsApp. I wish, okay, let my WhatsApp come up. I'll show you guys. This morning, as I'm speaking with you, ladies and gentlemen, this morning I used exactly what I'm teaching you. I used it on someone. um I sent a follow-up message. I have an automation, a WhatsApp bot that does a lot of automation for me. So I have a lot of inflow of customers to my WhatsApp through my funnels scattered on different social media. All right. So I run organic ad. I also do paid ad. So because I won't always be there to be replying them because they keep flooding in. So I set up an automation using Wamation. So if you are here, if you want to learn how to set up automation using Wamation, though it's a paid application, you all you need to do is to set up all your automation and allow the bot to do the work for you. So this morning, my bot had to send her a message asking her how she's doing and if she has watched the video presentation that she received yesterday. So she thought I was the one, but I wasn't the one. It was my robot that was doing the talking. So she said, yes, she has watched it. And in that message, I said, what do you love best? I want my WhatsApp to open up so that I'll show you the message. My WhatsApp is still coming up on my laptop. So I asked her, what do you like best from me? So she said what she loved best. She told me the things that she loved best from the video she watched. And I now said, okay, fantastic, let's get you started. So I gave her the link for her registration, and immediately, because there was an offer, I told her, let's get you started so that I can start guiding you and coaching. And she was like, okay, that can she make the payment in 2 days' time? I was like, yeah, you can, but fill out the information first. Let's make your reservation. And there was a deadline based on scarcity and urgency that I placed in that. All right. So I used that this morning, and the lady is going to be making her payments by Monday. Okay. So these are some things you need to pay attention to for you to close a customer. All right. In fact, recently I had clients. I have like two clients right now that I'm working on their marketing campaign and system. They have to pay me because they are very busy. One is doing her PhD, and her PhD is taking her 3 years, and she needs focus on it. But at the same time, she wants to generate cash flow. So guess what? My agency, she came to me, how can I help her out? And that's part of what my agency does. So she had to pay for our service, for my service to control her marketing system from A to Z, as in remove her from the marketing system. She is making money. So all she did was to pay a certain amount of money every month. We manage her marketing campaign, her sales, her follow-up, her closing, everything from getting a customer to getting a cut, put everything down, everything in a sales funnel. We manage it for her, and all what she's doing is to be cashing out in her account. But guess what? Since she doesn't have time, she had to pay for the service. So it's another way of another thing I was able to do for what even brought up this. Okay, that's another way of me closing in on a client. All right, closing in on a client that didn't have time but had money to outsource the activities that she's doing. Okay, so the next question you can ask when you are closing a client is, what was the worst decision you have ever made in your life? That's another question. I'm giving us different questions we can ask our clients when we are closing, when we are having a closing call in order to get them to take action. Because this question is dependent on the personality of your client. All right. So I need you to know that this question we are trying to what we are trying to do is to confront the fears of our clients, because many of them have made their fear so big that they are scared. They can't move from their fear. So when you ask this question of what's the worst decision you have ever made in your life, you will know that you are trying to get them to confront their fear, and also letting them know that you are with them while they are confronting their fear. Then you can help them to cast away their fear by showing them what is possible, what is potentially possible for them. Show them heaven. Then extend your hand to them and shake them by showing them, assuring them that you are going to hold them by the hand, guiding them, coaching and mentoring them step by step. You need to learn how to give guarantee, because the truth is a lot of people don't like, a lot of customers don't like when they are trying to make a buying conversation or a buying decision. They don't want the risks to be on them. You as a seller, you as a business person, take all the risks away from them. So guide them, make them to trust you. All right, get them to trust you and assure them that you are going to give them a guaranteed transformation by them taking by taking away, by taking away their fear and moving them from point A, which is the hell, the pain they are right now, to point B, which is the heaven, where they desire to be right now. All right. So you must assure them of that guaranteed transformation. So remember, cast away their fear. All right. Cast away their fear. Show them what is possible. Show them a bigger picture of their goals, their dream, and their desire. Then help them. Show them how you can help them, how you can help them move from point A to point B to get that guaranteed transformation that they are looking for. And that's why I shared with you one of my closing statements I always use. I'm bold enough because remember, for you to be a business person to make money, you must have courage, you must have confidence. People like to do business with people that are confident and courageous, people that are disciplined and express the leadership mantle. And when you're making statements, you must be bold and confident, and you must honor the promises you're making. And that's why a lot of people don't succeed. They are scared to make bold statements. I was in a Twitter space and I was sharing with people the way I close, and someone tried to use it and he manipulated the statement. Why? Because he wasn't confident enough that he could deliver on that promise. When I say something, I'm 100% confident enough that I can deliver on that promise. And this is what I always tell people when I'm closing. It's one of my greatest closing weapon, because once I say it, all of them, their hearts melt and they are ready to give me their money. Why? Because I am confident. They smell confidence and courage, and they trust that I'm going to guarantee them that transformation. So this is what I say. I am going to sacrifice my life in terms of my time to holding you by the hand, working with you step by step, day by day on your journey to creating a massively successful life for yourself, full of abundance. I'm sacrificing my life. How many of you can say you are sacrificing your life? You see, at that point, I removed the risks from them, and I was able to make a promise with my blood. Not everybody can do that, and I honor my promises. They're like, wow, this person is confident. People do business with me because of how disciplined I am, how consistent I am, how confident I am, how courageous I am, how fearless I am. Ladies and gentlemen, being good, there was something what is it Priyanka said. She said good girls don't make money. Good girls are not known, they don't make money. But courageous girls, though it was a speech she was having for women, but it's generally both for men and women. See, if you're trying to be good and quiet, you will not succeed. But when you are courageous and fearless, then the world will know you. That's just the truth. All right. And that is why I'll keep saying it. Confidence, courage. If you lack confidence and courage, your customers will perceive it from afar and they won't do business with you. And I'm not saying you can get this overnight. It's a process. I remember I used to tell you guys I used to be I used to be I am not I used to I am an introvert, a conk one at that. But the day I made a decision that the life I want, being in a cupboard will not give me that life. And that was when I developed a multi-personality. When I want to get things done, I assume a personality that makes that does things that gets that thing I want done. When I'm done with everything, I can go back when I'm alone, being my introvert self. All right. So forget, let me tell you, have you noticed the high how like 80%, let me put this way, 95% of highly successful people in the world are introverts. Go and check, go and do your research. Go and check, go and do your research. Go and verify if it's P2B. 95% of successful people in the world are introverts. Start naming them. They are introverts. But they made a decision that when it comes to producing the result they want, they will not allow their introvertedness to hold them down. They had to go learn how to be courageous. They had to go learn how to be confident, because they were able to discover that they are children of God. They were able to align themselves with the divinity and spirituality frequency of the universe, and that of their divine and that of their maker. And the moment they blended those two to become one, you as in we can do anything. And another thing that breeds confidence, is knowledge. Knowledge breeds confidence. If you are not knowledgeable enough of a particular thing, you will shiver, you will lack confidence in that. And that's why you must be a student of learning every day, because the more confidence you gain in a particular thing through knowledge, the more confident you are. All right, so let me share with us the last question you can use for closing. You can ask them, what is the worst thing that could happen if you did X, Y, X, Z? For example, you ask them, if you want them to buy a particular product or enroll in a particular program, you ask them, what is the worst thing that could happen if you become a member of this organization? Let them tell you, make them to think. Then ask them, what is the worst thing that will happen if you did not become a member? So you are trying to make them see two devils and getting them to choose a lesser devil. All right, I don't know, do we get? You are trying to get them to see that there are two devils in your front. If you don't get this service or products, you're going to end up being broke. If you get this service or products, the worst thing that can happen to you is what? You don't enroll in, you don't participate actively in it. So what do you stand to lose? Do you want to take the risk of winning, or do you want to take the risk of what? Losing. So you are presenting two devils for them. You are presenting life and death, getting them to choose. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, the goal is for you to identify the problems and the fears of your clients, your customers. Then give them a bigger problem. Give them a bigger problem and a bigger fear, that they'll rather choose the lesser devil. That is the secret. So when closing, there are some clients that are so scared that they've allowed their fear to hold them down. So when you use this closing statement of what is the worst thing that could happen if you don't do this, or if you don't buy this, or if you don't pay for this, what is the worst thing that could happen if you did or if you did not? The idea, remember, is what? You identifying their problem and their fear, then magnify that problem and fear, increase the pain of that problem and fear, make them to see the worst thing that could ever happen, and get them to choose from two lesser devils. So once they can creatively make a decision, they will back it up with what? Commitment. That is all you're trying to do in closing. Getting people to make a decision and what? Backing it up with commitment. And that's why this year I canceled it. I'm not doing anything free. I do free things for the general public, but when it comes to personal mentorship and coaching, I don't do things for free again. Because guess what? You cannot get a premium result with a premium knowledge. Last year, I was able to give a free pass for a particular coaching to some people. As I'm speaking to you today, only one out of 60 took advantage of that. Why? It was free. People don't value, they don't pay attention until they pay. They don't. All right. So pay attention to that. So the person that asked the question of a recap on the closing this thing, I hope I've answered you. So before we continue, any question? Do we have any question before we continue? All right, so let's wrap up our sales process because next week we'll be ending with scaling. We'll be ending our 90 days challenge with scaling. So once we end it with scaling, I'll now give us the curriculum of what we'll be doing for the rest of the year. All right, so let's talk about sales system. Okay, sales system. So I need us to know that, like I said, confidence and courage is very important for you, but living a normal life or being normal is the most dangerous place you can be because it gives you a false sense of security. Living a normal life, doing what everybody is doing normal things, comfortable life, that is the most dangerous place you can ever be. We successful people, more especially me, the moment I start feeling relaxed and comfortable, I know that poverty is knocking on the door. And that is why you see that we are always in motion, looking for things, projects, things that we can be doing on a daily basis. All right. Is either, if it's Dr. Obonkin, you say it's either you are coming out from a problem or you are entering another problem, or you are leaving a problem, but you are always in a constant circle of problems. Okay, so doing normal things, or the word normal, is a dangerous place to be. All right, because it gives you a false sense of what? Security. And that's why I want to employ us to go massively without thinking. Go out massively. Even if you don't know what to do, I need you to go out massively on being creative, implementation, execution of massive action on your businesses, your goals, and your dream. Just go out massively like a crazy person, because the truth is, successful people are unreasonable. They are mad. They don't think twice, they act, because they know that the longer they think on a particular subject matter, they say too much analysis leads to paralysis. So your speed of execution is one of the secrets of your success. When you start thinking too much about something, you're allowing negative thoughts to enter your mind and give you reasons why you will not achieve that. All right. So, but when you decide to act immediately, besides, what do you have to lose? It's better you do what you need to do than to regret of not doing it, because regret is the worst thing that you can ever feel. That's the worst feeling any man can feel. So I need you to daily align your purpose to helping people solve their problem, because it's only when you solve people's problem that you can make money. Solve people's problem. Learn how to satisfy their need through your value proposition, offer creation. All right, using copywriting. These are the things you need to be praying to God for every day. Pray to God to bless you with a lot of problem, to open your eyes so that you can see people's perceived problem. Pray to God to bless you with the ability and capacity to provide value, solution, perceived value and solution to people, because this should be your intent on a daily basis. It should be your desire. That's my desire. Every day I pray to God to bless me with a lot of problem, to bless me with the ability to see people's perceived problem, because I want to solve, because until you solve and satisfy people's needs, then you can make money. Okay, so you have a message for people and you deserve to help them. You have a product for people, you deserve to help them, either physical product, digital product. And that's why I want to encourage each and every one of us, fearlessly, shamelessly sell what you are doing. Do not think of what people are saying. The reason many of you are not taking aggressive and massive action towards selling your products, be it physical or digital, is because you care too much of what people will say. Let me ask you, what people will say, is it putting money in your pocket? That person you think that is going to think something about you, is he putting money in your pocket? Let's learn to stop making people's opinion to become our reality. People's opinion does not matter. Your opinion and what God says about you, those are the only two things that matter. So are you going to sabotage yourself with your own opinion in a negative way? So please, fearlessly and shamelessly sell something by having the mindset to help people. Know that when you are selling, you are helping people. When you have the mindset that you are helping people, and in return, you give them value, you exchange value to them, and in exchange of that, money flows to you. When you have that mindset that I am helping people, I am giving value, and in return, an exchange of value that I'm giving, money will flow to me. You will not care about what people are saying. You would shamelessly and aggressively sell whatever it is you're doing. If you follow me on all social media, you see I do things without shame, without fear. I talk about my business without fear, fearlessly and shamelessly sell. If you're scared and you are ashamed, you will not make money. And that is why we all need to understand truly the real meaning of wealth, so that the word wealthy can be inculcated in your skin. So let's talk about wealth. If you go through your dictionary and look for the word wealthy, you see that wealthy originated from the word well and health. Well and healthy, meaning it is very healthy for you to be wealthy. Think that in. Because the reason why many of you are not ready to do things shamelessly and fearlessly is because you think wealth is a sin. Because of your upbringing, your community, your society. It's not a sin. If you think money is the root of all evil, then why don't you try being poor and see for yourself? Nobody wants to try doing nothing. Everybody is hustling. Even those that tell you money is a sin, money is that say negative things about money. So it's healthy for you to be wealthy, because if you are not wealthy, it means that you will not be well, you will not feel well, and you will not be healthy. And that's why I need each and every one of us to think big. You are a dream maker. That is why discipline is very important on your journey in building business, on your journey towards wealth, either as a self-employed and employee, towards building a business and through investment. And that's why some of us on this call, I was able to, because you're already self-employed, you don't have time, I was able to give you some investment strategies that you can do, and I was able to guide you on them. Why some of us that are flexible to start building and growing a business, I guided you guys there. So if you're on this call or if you're watching this replay, you don't have a business and you're working for someone, you don't have time, let me know. You already know how to reach out to me privately. Let me know. I'll give you investment plans, safe investment plan that you can start investing your money in, so that it can be generating cash flow for you. Those of us that you can squeeze out your time to start building a business, dedicating at least minimum 1 to 3 hours every day, and you want to know how to go about it, you can also private chat me, for those of you that will be watching this as a replay. All right. So you need discipline. If you don't discipline yourself, the universe will discipline you and humble you. And that is why gold and diamond are made out of pressure. If you want to be rich and wealthy, you must undergo pressure. And when you're undergoing pressure, you need discipline and commitment. Diamonds are made over time with pressure. So choose to be a diamond, because each and every one of you on this call, I see all of you as a diamond, as a gold, because you are rare. You are made out of pressure. Why? Because life will keep throwing at you challenges. Life will throw at you a lot of things, just for you to prove that you are worthy of that goal, you are worthy of that wealth, you are worthy of that life, that premium life you desire. And for life to throw challenges at you, it means that you have the capacity and ability to do what? To handle whatever life throws at you. It's a test for you to prove you are worthy to your next level. And guess what? That is the game of life. Every level you find yourself, there's a new devil you must face and overcome in order to get to the next level. So in life, we keep getting to our next level until we die. That's the game, and it's fun, and that's why life is adventurous. And that's why we don't want to live a normal life. Diamonds are made over pressure. So choose to be a diamond and trust in your process. My process is different from your process. When you see a lot of people achieving success, sometimes you feel like you're not doing anything. Sometimes you feel like you're left out. No, their process and your process is not the same. You could be day 1 month, 2 months, 3 months in your process, and you are killing yourself over someone that is in 15 years process, 10 years process, 5 years process. It doesn't make sense. Focus on your process. All right. Pressure either makes you or breaks you. Pressure from your past experience, pressure from my past experience made me who I am today. If I did not experience what I experienced last year, I don't know where I would have been today. Guess what? Until before last year, 2022, I've always had this unsatisfied hunger in me. Like I was making money, but it was as if my mind was still searching for something. And I keep praying to God for more. So for God to give me my next level, he had to do what? He had to change he had to change my route. He had to change me from the direction of life where I was headed to point me in another direction. And when that turn was happening, guess what? He had to challenge me, because if you are not challenged, you cannot grow in a comfort zone. Growth only happens when you are being challenged. And that was when 2021, ending of 2021 and 2022 and beginning of 2022 was the greatest challenging moment of my life. And I know that my best days are ahead of me and not behind me. If I didn't go through everything I went through, I wouldn't be the refined me right now. I won't be here speaking with you guys. I wouldn't have impacted so much people than I thought I could. So it has made me, my past experience is what, just know that your experiences are molding you into the gold and diamond you are meant to be. You're going through your process, and that's why you need to trust it. Come rain, come sun. So my experiences made me who I am today and will keep making me. It has made me ready for every war and battle that are ahead of me. And that was why I did a post 2 days ago. I said, be tough enough to take a blow. Meaning some people saw that and they thought it's physical fights. No, I'm talking about spiritual fights. I'm talking about the battle of life. When life hits you hard, when people's attitude, experiences, betrayal, a lot of things hit you. I said be tough enough to take a what? To take a hit. But be strong enough to deliver a blow. Meaning in the game of wrestling, you remember in the game of wrestling, the champion, the opposition, as they are beating him, he keeps taking the hit. He keeps being strong, taking the hit. They keep beating him. He will keep taking the hit. The pain. That's why I love wrestling a lot. They keep hitting them. I don't know if you guys, how many of you have watched this movie, The Creed? They keep hitting him, he keep taking the hit with the bleeding, everything, the pain. He keep taking the hit. He was tough enough to take the hit. But guess what? He was able to summon all his strength and was strong enough to deliver a blow. That one blow struck his opponent on the floor. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you could understand the meaning in depth of what I just said right now. So you need to be ready, because God did not bring you this far to leave you. God did not bring me this far to leave me. I know that. So I'm speaking to all of you. God did not bring you this far where you are in life to leave you. So be ready. Learn to ask questions. Learn to collaborate with people. Don't always seek to do nothing alone. Seek collaboration. And that's why they said together, everyone achieves more. Teamwork. Teamwork. Very, very important. Okay, let me see if I can on my gen, because they just took the lights. Let me on my gen. Please, you guys should give me just one 1 minute. Let me on my gen. All right, I'm back. Hope my background is not noisy. Can you guys hear me? Dr. Anthony, can you hear me? Are you there? You can unmute.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, beautiful. So what was the last thing I said? What was the last thing I said? I've forgotten now. Okay, I was talking about diamond. All right, so I believe we all understood what I just said so far. We all understood what I said so far. All right, fantastic. So I need us to make it a commitment to every day ensure to pray to God to bless you with a lot of problems, and above all, the ability for you to do or to be able to solve those problems. Because with this in your mind, with having this mindset and mentality, with this, your mind will open up for you to be able to identify people's problem and people's need, the needs people have, the pressing need, their pain points. And you can achieve this through need analysis. Then you can now create a valuable product or service, or recommend or sell someone else products that you know that can solve their problem through what I call value proposition. Some of you here are affiliate marketers. You have a lot of products at your disposal that can help people. Some of you have your own a product of your own. Some of you have physical products. But you must pray to God to give you the ability to identify people's problem. Once you have this in your mind will be open up to searching for problem. And guess what? Your personal recognition system is on, seeking out for problem. And you'll be able to identify this problem or people's need. And when you identify, you'll be able, just like the guy that saw my video on TikTok and decided to contact me for business growth consultation. I did a need analysis with him. Then I created valuable solutions, and I asked him to pick one, and he had to pick based on the level where he was. All right. So your ability to solve people's problem through value proposition is you offering the solution. And you can do that with the skill of copywriting. Copywriting is one of the greatest selling skills you need. If you're here, you don't know what is copywriting and you've never heard about, those of you that are members of Ziba, you already have copywriting course. Go and study. If you're here and you want to learn more about copywriting, maybe you want a one-on-one mentorship, then let me know. Or you need access to a course, let me know. For those of us that you are not a member of Ziba or you want to learn about copywriting. Because copywriting is a skill that you need. You need the skill of, in copywriting, you learn how to sell with curiosity, you learn how to sell with urgency, you learn how to sell with scarcity,
You will learn how to sell with promotion. You will learn how to sell with bonuses. You will learn how to sell with guarantees. You will learn how to sell with call to action. These are elements, essential elements when it comes to copywriting, among others. So if you're committed and you have confidence in yourself and in your business, you always figure out how to make money. You always figure out how to create or generate cash flow. And that's why I need all of you to keep saying to yourself, I am valuable. I generate cash flow. Every day, ask yourself, how can I add value to people today? How can I generate cash flow? When you ask this question, your mind, this is what I do. Every day I wake up, one of the questions I ask myself is, how can I generate cash flow today? How can I add value to people? I'm asking that question so that my mind will open up and show me ways by which I can add value to people's life and ways by which I can generate cash flow, because I know it's in solving people's problem that I exchange value for money. And this is why I want to encourage all of us, do not share your big dreams with small-minded people. I have a big dream. I don't speak to anybody or allow anybody into my life. Your energy is very, very important. Your energy is very, very important. I conserve my energy. I don't surround myself with people that steal away my energy. I only surround myself with people that increases my energy. So don't share your dreams with small-minded people, because the fastest way to succeed is to model people that are already ahead of you, people that have produced and generate the kind of results you want to produce. Mimic them, copy someone else's proven system that already works. I can remember when I was starting out in the business world after my service, and I decided to seek out for mentorship. And when I seeked out for mentorship, I was seeing a lot of people's success. And the first thing my mentor then taught me, he said, it takes imitation to gain mastery. And I should just copy what people are, the people that are succeeding. I should pick one or two or three of them. In fact, he said I should pick one or two, then focus and study what they are doing. Copy them, do like they do, speak like they speak, everything word for word. Copy them 100%. That when I copy them 100% and be doing what they're doing 100%, in that way, I'm going to start understanding their thought pattern and process. Then from there, as I grow, I can now bring in my personality and blend what I've learned with my authentic self. And that's why I keep saying it takes imitation to do what? To gain mastery. All right? That is why you need to set your target every day. Find out a way to implement your targets as you're learning new things. There's something I do. I have a book where I study what I'm learning every day. I have a notepad where I write down the tasks I'm to be doing every day. Every night, I don't end my day without planning on what I will do for every hour the following day. So that when I wake up the following day, I already know exactly what to do. Every hour, I know exactly what to do. So you need to set targets every day. Find a way to implement those targets and attach a reward to yourself when you achieve them. No matter how small, always learn to reward yourself. Take yourself out. It could be to go to a spa. It could be to visit one of the best hotels in your neighborhood. It could be to go to a hotel. Like me, I've already told myself, there's one of my goals I've set out for myself. I told myself, once I achieve this, I'm taking myself on a weekend vacation to Landmark. It's a beach resort. There's another goal I said, once I achieve, I'm going to take my nephew and my niece. I'm going to fly them. I was speaking with one of them yesterday, and my niece, she's not up to 5 years old. In Jos, there's no beach. Jos is a very cold weather. I called her on phone and she was telling me, she asked me, when am I coming back? I said soon. She said she wants to go to a beach, that she wants me to take her to a beach. I started asking the mother, how did this girl know about beach? Because there's no beach in Jos. And she said, am I minding the daughter? That the daughter is watching cartoon. So whatever she sees in cartoon is real for her. And I promised her that I'm going to take her to a beach. So there and there, I started visualizing, how do I make this happen? And I say, okay, I'm going to create a weekend whereby I'll come to Jos, pay them a surprise visit. Once I come in, that weekend, I plan a runaway for my mom and their mom, which is my sister-in-law. I set them up, lodge them in a hotel, instruct them to take care of them, do spa, do massage, just for 2 days. And that 2 days that my mom and my sister-in-law will be in the hotel, I will take my nephew and my niece. I will board a flight, bring them to Lagos, spend the weekend with them, take them to the beach, have fun. The following day, we fly back to Jos. Now, that is a reward for me. I had to attach that to one of my goals so that once I achieve this goal, that becomes a reward for me. So learn how to reward yourself. It could be small, small things. It could be big, big things. Someone like me, I like eating chicken. I like eating pepper chicken, pepper meat, pepper suya, pepper as anything pepper protein. So sometimes I'll like, let's reward ourselves. Let's go take pepper this. So learn to reward yourself when you achieve something. It's very, very important. It's very, very important. Another thing I use in rewarding myself, one of the reward I gave myself, I was like, if you achieve this goal, then you can go see your family. There is a goal I set for myself last year. I'm hitting the goal. I'm almost getting there. And I told myself, I don't deserve to travel to go see my family if I don't achieve it. And I'm almost there. Every day I hunger to go see them. But when I remember that, I said I will not go there as a discipline and a penalty until I achieve X, Y, and Z. So learn how to set targets for yourself, discipline yourself, and put a reward. So that once you achieve that target, your reward is waiting for you. So I need all of us to think and desire to be in the 1% club, where you can surround yourself with people, powerful people, positive people, people that think in a powerful way, people that are possibility thinkers. Those are what makes up the 1% club, and that should be where you should desire to be. So if you want to be among the 1% club, then surround yourself with power players, positive, powerful, possibility thinkers. Because I, for one, I know that it's hard to grow. It's hard to build a business. It's hard to scale a business. It's not easy, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to have a blueprint, if you want someone to show you exactly what they did, what happened, how they went through their next level, they will show you how they did it. But the question is, are you ready to pay attention? Are you ready to pay for mentorship? Some people think everything is for free. I was discussing with someone, he was like, everything you pay, show me how to do it. I was like, even the little free information I'm giving on my YouTube, how many have you implemented? The free information I'm giving you on your email, how many have you implemented? Because it's free, you don't pay attention. But when you pay money, you pay attention. So please, ladies and gentlemen, it's not easy, and that is why you need a mentorship. That's why you need coaching. I was sharing with members of my community last month that I structured my financial system in the way that I have 12 business accounts. No, sorry, I have 12 bank accounts. One of my bank accounts is labeled mentorship and coaching, meaning every money that is going there is for my personal development and advancement. Anytime I need a mentorship, I don't want to go through the hard way of earning and gaining my way through mentorship. I want to go through the fastest way of paying my way through mentorship, because when you pay for something, the mentor disposes and opens up himself for you and gives you the attention. So please learn to pay for mentorship, learn to pay for coaching. Those of us that started this training for free, it's not all of us that are taking advantage, because I made it for free, even with a commitment of $20. And thank God the 90 days coaching is, the 90 days commitment fee has ended. So anybody joining our coaching program right now is paying $100, which is $75,000 for 1 year. Yeah, and those of you that are affiliate members of Ziba, you can go to your marketplace, you see my course, the Unbreakable Money System. You can promote the course or buy the course through there to do your membership renewal. When you buy, guess what? 50% of the money comes back to you. And anybody that buys that course have automatic access to the mentorship group. So ladies and gentlemen, if you want to grow, if you want to build, if you want to scale a business, it won't be easy. And that's why you need coaches and mentorship, and know when to grow to your next level. If a particular coach, it's very important you have a spiritual coach, it's very important you have a business coach, it's very important you have a financial coach, it's very important you have a lifestyle coach. Very, very important. So always factor that in your life. And that is why you need to learn how to ask the right questions. When you are in the presence of leaders, people ahead of you, coaches, mentors, based on what you want to achieve that they have achieved, learn how to ask phenomenal questions. I was listening to this guy, Vusi Temba Okwayo. He came to Nigeria for an event a few days ago. And he said he had the privilege of sitting down with Nelson Mandela one-on-one because he won the best student in a public speaking contest in South Africa. So he had the opportunity to speak with Nelson Mandela one-on-one. And he was so confused that he didn't know what to say. But he did something. When he entered there, they were speaking, he kept quiet and he was writing down, taking notes. Intentionally, he did not say anything. He was quiet. He acted like he knew nothing. And at the end, Nelson Mandela asked him, "What are you doing here?" He said, "My name is Vusi. I am a public speaker. I won the best public speaking events in the country." He now said, "They say you're a public speaker, but since you entered this room, you've not said anything." So they now asked him, "What is the last question that you want to ask?" Ladies and gentlemen, he asked one question, and that one question has been the reason why he keeps succeeding till today. He asked Nelson Mandela one question. And the question was, he asked Nelson Mandela, what was the drive for you to sacrifice your family, everything that you hold dear to your heart, to fight for a country's freedom? And all Nelson Mandela told him was what? Hope. Because he believed that there could be a better nation. He believed that the cause of what he's fighting for, even if he's sacrificing his fatherhood without being there to experience what it means to have children and grow with his children. He said hope and faith. If only people could have a little faith. Guess what? That was a powerful question. Why do I bring this story? It's very important that when you are in the midst of phenomenal leaders, great coaches, don't be in a haste to talk. Don't be in a haste to ask useless, irrelevant questions. Always be in a position to ask the right question, important question. Don't ask questions like someone that does not think, that is always looking for somebody to give them food in the mouth, to spoon feed them. And this is one of the things I'm avoiding this year in all my mentorship and coaching group. All those that I'm mentoring directly, I don't want to be there to be the one spoon feeding you. You cannot think again. Think first, go and research. When you think and research and nothing happens, then you can come back and say, okay, I researched this, I've been thinking, I've been brainstorming, but nothing, and we can come and help. But not to ask questions of small, simple things. You cannot go and do your research. I was speaking to one of my mentees. You know that I made a video on this course. Laziness you use in going to my YouTube channel and scrolling down to look for that particular video you don't have. You want me to go and pick it and drop. It's laziness. And one of my decisions this month is never to spoon feed. And people, I know everybody I'm mentoring, I know the level where they are in my mentorship group. There's a level where you are, I won't even talk to you. Think. So let's learn how to ask the right question when you are in the midst of leaders, coaches, and mentors. And your question should be very important. It's not simple question that there are questions I call spoon feeding. It's something you can think naturally on your own or go and do your research. Very important. That way, when you are asking questions, people want to help you. People want to answer you. Don't always appear that kind of a mentee that is always, you always want someone to spoon feed you. There was an experience I had with one person recently. This lady would never attend my mentorship section, but she would always come to the group to ask useless questions. So recently, I gave an offer where I was helping some members of my community to set up their adverts for free without paying me, and set up their automations for free without paying me. So this lady, I set up her automation and she was like, she wants to run adverts. I said, okay, good. You can run adverts. But yes, I know I promised that I will be running adverts for you guys, but I'm not going to run adverts for anybody doing less than 7 days. And the lady was like, please, I should do 1 day, let her test. I said, I'm not going to do that. You can do it yourself. Go and learn. I gave her videos and resources on how to learn how to run Facebook adverts. Guess what? That moment, I became evil. I became bad coach. I became a coach that's always looking for something to benefit, always looking for money. That if I don't benefit from someone, as in she was just throwing up negative things. I was like, you are the most selfish person I've ever seen. So because I said no, I have turned to a mentor God that only do things for people when she wants to benefit from them. I don't blame her. I'm bigger than that. That's her level of mentality. So sometimes it's needed. Everybody wants you to spoon feed them. That's stupidity. That's not growth. Rather, I'm killing that person. So I told her, say whatever you like, but I'm not going to run that advert. I don't care. Even if you want to emotionally blackmail me, I don't care. So please learn to ask the right question. Learn to think for yourself. Learn to do some work, research. There are simple things you can do, but laziness will not allow you. You are looking for the easy way out. And you think that you are growing your leadership spirit through that. No. At least think. Research. Let it be that you've thought and you are not making headway. Let it be that you've researched and there's no headway. Then you come back and say, I have researched, I have I've done this, but still there's no headway. Then we know that, okay, you've actually made effort. Let's help you. So the next thing I want to talk about is what? Never you ever relax in your state of confusion. Confusion breeds failure. Many of you, once you're confused about something, once you're not getting something right, you decide to relax in that state. Trust me, confusion breeds failure. If you're confused on how to do things, you can't implement or take action on something. If you're confused about something, then go and seek for what? Go and seek for assistance. If you're afraid of making money or succeeding, the truth is that you will simply be afraid of failure. You'll be afraid of everything in your life. Because the fear of failure, the fear of the failure you have, because of that alone, you will not have the confidence in yourself to make the right decision, and because of this, you will not take action. Remember, courage breeds confidence. When you have knowledge in a particular thing, you gain confidence and you are ready to do what? Implement and execute, taking action on that thing. But ladies and gentlemen, when you don't have confidence, you lack confidence in making the right decision, guess what? You will never have the ability to take action or the motivation to take action. So if you want to join the 1% club, you have to do what people in the 1% club are doing. And what are they doing? We use our fear. We take advantage of our fear. When the fear comes, because we all are human beings, we feel fear. So when we feel fear, we don't allow the fear to take us down or control us. Rather, we control the fear. And how do we control the fear? We use the fear to our advantage. We feel the fear, but we still take action on that thing that we are scared of. Knowing that fear is the biggest motivator than opportunity. Do you know that people are scared of negativity? They are scared of the pain of missing or losing than the guaranteed achievement of success. People will not move forward until they experience fear and failure than gain. And that's why I say there is no growth in your comfort zone. If you don't experience challenges, there will be no growth. How do you think you will learn? Steve Harvey, I was listening to a video by Steve Harvey, and he said, how will you know the importance of light if you don't experience darkness? He said, how will you know the importance of joy if you don't experience sadness? He said, how will you know the importance of wealth if you don't experience poverty? You see, are you guys now understanding? Meaning, for every bad thing that happens in your life is a gift for you to appreciate the good when it comes. Very, very important. So let's conclude the sales system by going back to recap on the three. I don't even know why I went through this dimension. Everything I've been saying has nothing to do with our topic today, but I don't know why I went in that direction. So the three elements of consistent sales and cash flow in your business that you need. Number one, remember, you must keep building your list every day. Building list is ensure that new customers are seeing your products. Make sure that whatever you are doing across all social media, you have your funnel in place that will be attracting them to you on WhatsApp, through your email or Telegram community. Make sure you are building your list every day. Make sure you are meeting and having new customers every day. Make sure you have your offers in place. Make sure you have your closing and follow-up system. If you ensure that you are having new customers, ensure that you are presenting your product, ensure you are closing and following up every day. These three elements is a guaranteed cash flow system for yourself. So these three must always be together for you to always make money and print money on demand. List, offers, closing, follow up. And you must do it consistently every blessed day till you die. Or you create a system, though we'll talk about scaling, because you will not do everything every day by yourself, but you create a system that can do these things every day by yourself. And when you are building a team, you also train your team to do it every day by yourself. All right, so these three must work hand in hand. You need to build a list. You need to know how to create offers. You need to know how to close using follow-up and system. You need to know how to close using the closing techniques and follow-up system. All right, so after our 90 days challenge, which will be ending next week, we are going to talk about how the next our training and our coaching section will be to the end of the year. And I'm going to create a timetable and a syllabus where I will start picking our individual problems and start going intensively on helping you solve that. All right. So that's part of what we are going to be doing moving forward, but we'll discuss about that next week. Okay, so when you are about to make an offer, you make an offer from the understanding of the need of your ideal customer. Remember, I taught us that. An understanding of the pain points, the demography and psychography, how they think. If you can understand the need of your customer, their pain points, then whenever you create an offer that addresses their need and their pain point, trust me, you keep making sales. I can guarantee you on that. You keep making sales. Very, very important. So the first thing you need to do is to try and understand who your audience are. And for you to understand who your audience are, there are 6 golden questions you need to ask yourself. When you ask yourself this question, you'll be able to understand who are my audience, who are the people I'm called to serve, who are the people that have the problem that my value is going to solve. So the first question you need to ask is, what could be their real need? What's the need? What's keeping this person up at night? What's this person scared of? What are their pain points? What are those things that that is most important to them? What are their needs? You need to answer this question. How can you tie this together to create a solution with the product, which is whatever it is you're selling? How can your product offer them some kind of solution to what might be their pain point or their need or their desire? Remember, pain point negative, need could be negative or positive. All right. For example, now one of my needs right now is I need to have an internet server, a router, because my 4G is failing right now. That was why we couldn't have the section the other day. My MyFile, where's my MyFile? I can't find. I bought a MyFile. I can't find my MyFile. I thought it was somewhere around here. My MyFile, I bought a MyFile. A MyFile is a small Wi-Fi box. It's still not working. So now I'm thinking of mounting the one that they are mounting in the house. Those type they mount on the roof or on a pole. All right, so it's a positive need. All right, so you need to pay attention to that. Another question you need to ask is your product going to look like something they have always been seeing before? And that's where uniqueness of your product comes into play. How do you present your product to make it look unique? How can you guarantee that you can take people from the hellfire where they are to the heaven where they want to be? How can you guarantee that you can take people from point A to point B? These are basic questions you need to ask yourself, more especially those of us that have products, either physical products or digital products. All right, these are basic questions you need to ask yourself before you can create an offer. Or maybe the product, more especially if you're selling a digital product, maybe the product you are selling, the person already created an offer. Fantastic. Then you add your own additional offer, even if it's one or two, to the offer that they already have. Just make it look unique. So remember, offer is created out of a proper understanding of a pain point. So before building an offer, you must have what? A product or a service. All right, some of you here, you have products, some of you here, you have service. Someone like Madam Joan, she has products, she has service. Someone like Dr. Anthony, I believe you have a service, you have product, and you also do affiliate marketing. Someone like Madam Scholar, Mr. Felix, Mr. Felix have a service, which he's a school owner, and he also have what? He's also doing affiliate marketing, meaning promoting other people's product. Madam Scholar, you are doing affiliate marketing. All right, so pay attention to these things. It's very, very important. So let me ask us this question. How do you know the pain points of your customer? Tell me. Someone should tell me. How can you know the pain points of your customer? Those of you on YouTube, please type. Okay, Mr. Bello, how are you doing from me now? Madam Rukeya from Sokoto, I can see you. Dr. Anthony, are you there? It's a question I need us to answer. How can you know the pain points of your customer? Unmute yourself, oh, Dr. Anthony, are you there? I mean, you've disappeared because I asked the question. Those of us on YouTube, are you there? How can you know the pain points of your customer? We don't know. All right, so let me assist us. You can know the pain points of your customer by what? Research. Remember, I said this before. You must learn how to research. So what is the right product or service that you can offer to people that will help you harvest money from people's pockets or from the pocket of your ideal customer? What are those things? Remember, your product can always be available, but your offer will not always be available. And that is why you need urgency, you need scarcity, you need promo, you need FOMO while you are giving your offer. FOMO means fear of missing out. And that's why I encourage all of us, you need to learn the skill of what? Copywriting. You can buy it as a course, study for yourself, or if you want a one-on-one coaching with me on copywriting, closing, follow-up, storytelling, selling skills, advancements for your business, tailored to what you are doing, then you can let me know. I can arrange a one-on-one coaching section for you. All right. And at the same time, I'll give you a free social media marketing training done with you from the scratch. That one is for free. And you can also affiliate for my course and gain your commission. Everything at what? $500. So ladies and gentlemen, I just made you an offer. I said, I am offering a one-on-one coaching bundle for you where I'll teach you one-on-one copywriting skill tailored to your product or your service, closing, follow-up, storytelling, story selling, based on your business advancement as a unique person. And I'm going to give you free social media marketing training done with you from the scratch. All at what? $500. I just made an offer. All right. So this is how to make an offer. You identify the need of your, though this offer is real low, you identify the need of your customers and do what? solve it for them. So the more products that you have, the more solution or the more problem that you can solve for people. And the more problem you can solve for people, the more money you can make, the more money flows towards you. So please, I want you to bear in mind that some of your products can sell themselves naturally. For example, water. Water does not need advertisement, it sells itself. But there is a way you package that water that will even sell more with a higher price. All right. So there are products that sells themselves, and there are products that you really need to do what? Market aggressively by positioning yourself in the market through social media visibility. Very, very important. Okay, so remember the pyramid of marketing I gave us before, which is divided into 5 sections. 3 to 7% of the market audience of your market, they are ready to buy from you right now. 60% are people that want it, or they don't know they want it, or they don't know they need it. 30% are people that will never ever buy from you. All right, they will never buy from you. So focus on the 60% that is made up of 30% of people that want your product but need more education, and 30% of people that need your product but they are not aware. All right, and naturally you will be able to move them from cold customers to hot customers, who will now become the 3 to 7% customers ready to buy from you. All right, that's the secret in the business world. This is the way to win competition. While your competitors have big money to go for the 3 to 7% audience, you focus on the 60%, the 30% audience that need your product but need to do more research, and people that need your product but they are not aware they need it. Focus on them. Forget the 30% that will never buy from you. They don't need your product. If you can focus on these 60%, then trust me, you can convert them to become hot customers. All right, you can make them to become what? To become customers. So I think that's the end for today's training. Do we have any question? Any question? Those of us on YouTube, please drop your questions or your comments. How was today's section? Or any contribution? Dr. Anthony, you can unmute yourself. Any question, any section? That is the end for sales, the sales dimension. All right, that's the end for sales dimension. So next week, I'm very excited. we'll be finalizing our what do they call it? We'll be finalizing our 90 days challenge with the scaling. Then from there, we'll now create a syllabus, we'll map out a syllabus and a structure on how we are going to drive this year down to the end of the year. All right. Yay! Dr. Anthony is showing his video today. It seems like your village people is chasing you and your network. You can unmute yourself. Let me end this record so that the video will not be long for the replay. You can unmute yourself. I can't hear you. I can see it for the first time.
Well, how are you doing?
I'm fine, and you?
Not bad. Nice to see you.
Same here.
I came to fix something. I'm in the mechanic workshop.
All right. So do you have any question or contribution?
Yes, you asked a question regarding the pain point of your customers, how to know it. Is by asking them questions, because through questioning you will know what their lacks and how to present an offer to them. Because just the way you said about research, you have to ask them questions first to know the path you want to tread along with them. So the fact is that this we have something that will coming up next month, just the way I told you before, about ultrasound training, and I have some stress. I have a stress. I'm trying to see I can create run an ad for them, advertisement campaign for them, so that we have more audience. And that's why I asked about the aspect of formation. So when I was trying running the ad, they said that my account, because I have a domiciliary account, so that one will be accessible. So I have to go to the bank so that they can make it to be open to all network. So they gave me approval that they're going to do that. Then, but I was trying to make use of Google Ad first before going to Facebook and some others. So will it be possible, since the something is will be starting beginning of next month? I don't know if running an ad now can generate any traffic for them to come to the.
When is the event? What's the date of the event?
It is ultrasound training for men
You said?
around ultrasound training. Ultrasound training.
When
Fetal
is the
diagnostic
date?
and ultrasound
The date.
workshop.
I said date,
It's
date, date.
fifth of next month. Fifth of next month.
5th, 5th of June.
Yes, June.
Now, if it's 5th
Start.
of June, the question is, how much is your budget for the advert? What's your budget?
Okay, the budget is just say about $50.
If it's $50 that you have for your budget, then I'll advise you to start your campaign. I'll advise you to start your campaign anything from 25th of this month, or
Okay.
anything from 28th of this month, so that you can now run your campaign 6 days or 7 days before the main date.
Okay.
You run your campaign 6 days or 7 days before the main date. Very, very important. All right.
Okay.
And I don't know what card you are talking about. If it's card for your advertising payments, you can, okay, you already have a dollar account, so they'll give you a dollar card. Or you can
Yes.
go to UBA and request for a prepaid card.
Yes,
All right.
prepaid cards. Yes, I went to Zenith Bank, but they don't have that offer.
It's only
Now,
UBA that gives. So if you go to
I
UBA,
just
they give you your
uh,
prepaid card in less than 1 hour. And you don't
God,
need to have an account with them.
I forgot about it, and I went to UBA yesterday. I was in UBA yesterday.
They'll give you the card free of charge in less than an hour. All right. It's
Oh,
only UBA that does that.
okay, I'll do that Monday.
Yeah.
Then,
Okay. So
if I happen to run the campaign now, I'm thinking that would they, because it's going to be 2 weeks, 2 weeks, will they just accept once and come for the program,
no,
the
some
workshop?
of them will accept immediately, some will not. And those people
No.
that will not, that is where you can upsell them. And you say the workshop is a 2 weeks workshop, right?
Yes, 2 weeks workshop. Yes.
So meaning you can keep selling. Many of them will respond and join you at the beginning. Some of them will respond and join you at the ending or in the middle. Now, when
Okay.
you are running adverts, remember, for example, if your goal is to have 10 persons, meaning you need to generate at least 1,000 leads. And 1,000 leads, it's as in 10 active persons that will join you on day one. You need to generate 1,000 leads. And 1,000 leads will come from 10,000 people seeing your advert. And under probability, 1,000 indicates interest to click on your link. And when they come, out of that 1,000, it may be only 100 that are potentially interested. Out of the 100, an average of 1 will buy immediately. Others will buy as you follow up on them and get them to understand better.
Okay. Okay.
So your
So
budget is small. You create results, but your budget is very small for that. But you create results. So at
okay.
least it's a
Okay.
starting step. It's a
Okay.
starting step for you. But just do it. You're going to produce result, but not as massive as you want. But also you can also ensure that your content marketing, your follow-up system is great, that will convert more. That's another factor.
Okay. Then what about the that I went into research? That's the auto respondent for all social media. But one of my, because I had to get a new SIM card just for the the project, a new SIM card, then
Mm.
and just budgeted the phone for it. But unfortunately, the phone that I have now, they said that autorespondence cannot work in that phone.
Okay, the
So
normal, is it Techno? Is it a Techno phone?
this the ITEL.
Is it the normal free autorespondent?
Yes, I saw it on social media. That's I chatted somebody. It's YouTube. Yes, for
Now,
all social media.
if it's the normal autorespondent, when you're talking about autorespondent, are you doing autoresponder for all social media? You need to ask yourself some questions before you start running ad. When you say
Okay.
autorespondent for social media, meaning the advert you are running, you want people to message you inside the social media.
WhatsApp.
Now, if you want WhatsApp, there is a free normal autorespondent that I know. You are a member of Ziba. There is this normal autorespondent that they give you guys. All right.
Yes.
Now
Is it?
that autorespondent, you can activate it only on your WhatsApp. So the goal of your advert is when you are running adverts, you want people to click on your learn more button that will bring them to your WhatsApp.
Yes.
So the autorespondent is working for your WhatsApp, not for Instagram, not for Facebook. It has no business there. For your WhatsApp. Now, when they
Yes.
come into your WhatsApp, the autorespondent now works on them. All right, based on the setting that you've done. But if you are saying for every social media, no, it doesn't work that way.
No.
Unless
It is. Please. It is just for that's in autoresponder for all social media. That one you not pick one. You cannot pick. You not pick one. Pick WhatsApp.
then
Uh-huh.
you can
That is the
focus
name.
on WhatsApp. So that's all
But
you need.
unfortunately, the phone I have didn't accept any of them. I was surprised.
Yeah, autorespondent does not work on the configuration of many phones does not accept it. So the only phone that accepts it well is Samsung. I don't know if
no,
Infinix accepts, but Samsung 100% accepts. So if it doesn't accept, then I'll advise you to go and do Wamation. You can pay for Wamation for 2 weeks or for 7 days, depending. You can, since your event is a 2 weeks event, you can pay for Wamation for 1 month and take advantage of their email marketing. I gave you a video, right? Take advantage of their email marketing and also take advantage of the broadcast marketing, the WhatsApp broadcast marketing.
Okay. Please, I wanted to change that's the new SIM card. I want to use my old one, form of do everything again, run everything again into my that's
WhatsApp.
my yes, my system. That's my number. Will it be possible? Hope
Yes,
that
now.
if they are coming, if hope if they are coming to my DM, other persons that are not even that I didn't even contact or my friends won't be responding to them.
No. When you automation, for example, if you are using Wamation responds to the people that they collected their contacts from. For example, Wamation is set in a way that it gives you a landing page. So the link that you put on your advert is your Wamation form. So that form serves as a collection center where it collects their name and their phone number and email in exchange for their whatever you are promising them. So when they fill in their details, Wamation will now send them a message based on the automation setting you've done in it. So it will be focused on sending message to the contact it received to your WhatsApp.
Okay.
It has no business with your contacts on WhatsApp. The business it has is with the contact it received through your advert, telling you to send message to the WhatsApp contact of the contact on the list on Wamation.
Okay.
Do you get that now?
Yes.
All right.
Please, Kenny Woko made an offer. You have a link. Do you have the link?
I gave you the link.
The link, yes. There's something that you also made that you have a form of like an affiliate in a way that something will be minimized for them, form of half of the amount they're
I
going to pay.
gave you
No, it's
the
not there.
link.
The video I watched is not there.
No, I
I didn't
gave
see
you
it.
3 links. I gave you 3 links. The first link was Kenny Nwokoye's training. The second link was my training.
Yes, I saw that
The
one.
third
I
link,
think
is the link for you to use in registering. Let me resend
oh,
it to you again.
okay, that link for registering, is it the one Kenny was speaking about?
Yes, but actually that promo has ended. It ended
Okay,
last.
okay,
The promo ended last year. So I just sent
okay,
you the link again.
okay,
I sent you the link right now. That promo has ended. So the Godfather offer is over. So just use the link I sent you to register.
okay, 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 okay.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot. I really appreciate.
welcome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. So see us next week on Thursday, 8 is it 8 p.m., 7:30 p.m. I pray by that time I'll fix the network. It's just that the network in my area in the night, MTN misbehaves. Airtel, all of them just misbehave in the night. I don't know why. Even with my MyFile, I got a MyFile, still nothing. That's why I'm thinking of mounting the one that they are mounting on the pole.
That's sorry. Can I continue again? Can I speak?
Yes.
Okay. In terms of social media marketing, doing of run of YouTube, that video, personal branding. Just the way you have said that about the aspect of that's coming out to come and speak and so that everybody will be seeing you. Have not been able to have that, will I say that flair to do something like that. So if not, I would have I just pray God should just give me that effort to just do it and so I can pick up instantly.
Don't think, see, you are thinking too much. Too much analysis leads to paralysis. Don't think, just do. Because it
Okay.
starts with your first exposure. You won't be good, expect it to be bad, but consistently you will. If you want me to help you, I can help you. The question is, are you willing to discipline yourself to commit to the condition I'll give you? So don't think, just do. And do it as bad as you are. Congratulate yourself, because once you do the first one, do the second one, consistently, you will improve. Trust me on that, you will improve. Consistent practice does not make perfect. Practice makes improvement. So your focus should be on the improvement, on the process. Don't think of perfect. When you are thinking of perfection, you miss the opportunity for improvement and growth. You get that? So forget perfection, throw it out. It doesn't exist. Focus on growth, and improvement brings growth. So focus on that. Whether it's bad, go to my YouTube, scroll down to the first video I made on YouTube. You see how worse it is. But every day I'm consistent. I am improving every day. And trust me, what I have right now is not the best of me. I already know I have a picture of what's the best of me. But guess what? It's a process. Like I say, everybody is a diamond, everybody is a gold. It takes time and undergo pressure. Focus on your process. Your diamond will shine. You will shine, but focus on your process. My process is not the same with yours. So everybody have different process. The reason why you try to compare yourself with others is because you are focusing on perfection. And guess
Yes.
what? Those people you are looking at, they had their processes. Some of them are even faking it. Some of them you are even better than them.
You are very correct because I love things to be perfect, which is not supposed to be. Because when I read my first book, because of just comma, I said, ah, comma is supposed to be in this place. Why? Every issue they should start printing again.